EmbraceDS fee for service contract.
I'll let Kristen go into a little bit more of this. There was a question submitted, but we do receive reimbursements. We used to have a company called Go Solutions, and what they do is with some of our special needs students, we are able to receive Medicaid reimbursement, which helps offset the costs, and we provide some a revenue source for the district to help offset the expenditures. Chris and I will let you speak a little bit more about Embrace.
So we're looking to switch to Embrace because that is the system that we currently use for students' IEPs. And so by using this for Medicaid reimbursement, it'll be able to pull from some of the data we already have in there. It's also easier to use platform, whereas before we'd have to enter every 15-minute increment. Now we can just say we met with the student for 45 minutes as opposed from choosing 12:15 to 12:30, 12:30 to 12:45. Etc. Also, Go Solutions, the support staff, we felt were not very knowledgeable about the rules behind the Medicaid claims, and we know that Embrace is from doing some additional research, and so we feel that they'll be able to help us identify some additional claims that we can be making. And there was a question submitted about the fees. I talked to the CFO of LADSI and was not able to get like an average claim amount because the claims vary significantly based off of time and which service provider is being utilized. But I was able to obtain the billing for the entire year and kind of look at that to try to come up with some analysis. The fees will certainly be more, but we anticipate the revenues also increasing, so that in the end, we do believe our revenues will be more than what our revenues are this year. And so we do believe that it will be helpful to switch to Embrace. Also, the 5% model is a very common fee structure because then that company is also more inclined to help us submit more claims as opposed to a company that is 95 cents per claim.
How long have we been using the Go Solutions?
I don't know. I believe at least past 3 or 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I think as long as I was the principal.
So you feel like there'll be enough additional claims that, like,
yes,
because that to me seems like it's money that we could have been recouping that we haven't been.
correct.
Right? Like, is that what I'm hearing?
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
That's
Between
your hope with
the
our
easier
The process.
the easier process for sure, but then also the fact that they are much more knowledgeable about what can be submitted and what can't be submitted. We feel like we're missing out on some claims that we haven't been submitting in the past.
That was my thought. So you think, like, in the past few years, we've missed some opportunities.
Yes, correct.
And a lot of that is processed through with LADSI, and so the new director of LADSI identified that this was an area, and so all the schools are starting to shift over to it.
So is there, is there training involved with the new software? Is that companies?
Yes, that is included.
Okay, I just didn't
So
see
they
it
will
in
all
there.
be trained.
Okay, and is it only services or is it also like durable medical? Is it service-based?
It's only, yes,
reimbursement?
it's services for nursing, speech,
Okay.
etc.
Yeah, it being all in one is huge for those staff members.
Correct. Yes. And the fact that you don't have to select the actual time in 15-minute increments, you can just put 30 minutes.
Right.
And when, you'll know as teachers, when a system is easier to use, you're more likely to use it if it's more convenient. So,
Right.
because that's not their priority. Their priority is to be with kids.
Right.
So I think that will help certainly.
Sounds
Yeah, I think that all sounds good to me too, but is there a way just to track it in some way? I doubt that this is a big driver one way or the other, but I mean, when we do something like this, the whole logic of it, we think it's beneficial in every way. I mean, is it possible to track it for the next year and report
Absolutely.
back?
Absolutely.
Right.
We should know what we got last year.
We know what we got from Go Solutions, so we should be able to compare.
This is one of
Put that
those
under
things that
Special education tracking.
could possibly improve our revenues, right? So these are the kinds of solutions, creative solutions that we need to look into to make things, make sure that we're keeping track of all of our pennies, right?
Yeah. That's certainly the hope.
Well, this also kind of brings up the conversation that, as a board, we've had in the past, whenever we have vendors or different contracts, just to get in the habit of looking at them annually or biannually when they come up, to say, are we getting the best value as a practice and
Right.
going out and doing that, so. I don't know that we always do that, but again, it's something to be thinking about.
Okay,
Any more discussion? All right, read the resolution.
resolved that the Board of Education Township High School District 208, Cook County, Illinois hereby approves the EmbraceDS fee for service contract as presented in the July 16, 2019 board agenda packet.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, Ms. Gina?
Ms. Ruska?
Oh, yes.
Mr. Jacobs?
Yes.
Ms. Sierra?
Yes.
Ms. Turner?
Yes.
Ms. Salas?
Yes.
Mr. Durkin?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.